Well, good morning. Looks like we're on day 3 of our adventure we got going on here, and I just want to do some quick filming. Made a little bit better time than I did yesterday. Actually made about 28 miles. I know so because I got to this bridge and I know I'm 2.5 miles from town. Right now, have to say the sound you hear in the background, and I'll show it to you in a minute, is water. I was really excited to get that yesterday because I only found one source, so I was a little bit thirsty, but still took me till I found this. Took me about 15 hours, but I finally got that cup of coffee that I talked about yesterday when I was going to go out and find some water and brew it up. But you know, hey, that's life in the backcountry. I was just really pleased to find this. The campsite's not really as choice as the other one. I'll show it to you in a second, but it had water, so I got to cook a very nice dinner. It was too dark to be able to show you how I was cooking and all that, but that's the way things are. So I'll go ahead and I'll show you what the campsite looks like, and then take you over to my home and show you some of the other things I had with me that helped me, you know, get along in the backcountry. Hold on just a second. This, for starters, over here, you can see, and you can hear, this is my stream, this is my water source. So when I got here, I drank lots and lots of water. Very happy to get it. Here's my bridge that is my marker. So I know I'm I think it's 2.5 or 2.1 miles from my ultimate destination. So this will be a short day for me, going to town, hopefully get to do some laundry. I haven't had a shower since the border of Oregon, and now I'm at the border of Washington. So I also got to do a little laundry. My clothes are a tiny bit dirty. You can see here I'm coming up to my campsite, so it's pretty much waterfront property. There's my home. Thanks guys at Marmot. My home was really nice last night. Got a little chilly, but not too bad at all. You can see it's a little bit in a shambles right now, but I'm packing up and getting ready to go. And hopefully I'm getting this in the picture, but there's my little cook stove that I'm cooking up my coffee in. Actually already cooked up my coffee, and I'm letting it cool down just a tad bit so I can actually sit down and drink it. So got everything all strewn about, and everything I have is going to fit right in there. That is my Granite Gear backpack, which I absolutely love. Let me take you inside my house, and then I'll show you probably the most valuable piece of survival gear I have, other than my mind. Here we are inside my house. You can see it's not very large, just big enough for me and my backpack and all my extra stuff. Here's the view from my house. See, I've got yet more and more woods. The only bad part is that I was camped right next to a road. This one happens to be dirt. If it was paved, I would never ever sleep there, as it's not really the safest thing in the world. But this one's dirt. It's right off the PCT, so I felt pretty good about it. So, wanted to show you one thing. People always ask me, how do you do it? How do you get around? Well, if I'm on the trail, I feel the trail with my feet, and I also use my trekking poles as most people would use their eyes, or as I would use my cane in town. And if I get to a trail junction, then I have to be very aware of my surroundings. I have to find maybe a sign. If there's a friend in front, then hopefully they've left me something like maybe 3 sticks across the trail to let me know that I need to be aware of, say maybe a trail intersection and I need to change course. Sometimes they'll leave me an arrow. That works in some cases, in other cases it doesn't, such as yesterday. I found out that some kids had been in front of me and kicked away a whole lot of the sticks that marked my trail junctions. So yesterday really tested my navigational abilities, and really thankful that I only got lost. See, only got lost twice, but not for a very long time. But just in case I do get lost and I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing or where I am, I do not go any further. I don't try and sit down and figure it out myself, because that could prove, in a situation like this, could prove to be deadly. What I do have is these. These are the maps of the section that I just completed, and what I do is I keep these in my pocket at all times, and if I get lost, I will go back to the last section where I knew where I was, and I'll sit on the side of the trail and I'll wait. It doesn't matter how long, but I will wait until someone comes by. Could be a day walker, it could be another section, could be a section hiker, could even be another through hiker. And I will ask them, here are my maps, could you please read these to me and tell me which way to go. Usually get some amazing responses when I tell them that I can't read a map and I need implicit instructions because I am blind, but it has always worked for me in the past. Luckily, I did not have to use it this time, but that is always my backup plan. And so here we are. Let me get over to how I know that I'm 2.1 miles away. Here we have a sign, and this is for our PCT. What we have is the directions. Sometimes they have these things, sometimes they don't. This one, since I'm close to a town, was kind enough to say how many miles it was. So when I find one of these, I can run my hands across this sign and I can trace the letters, form the word in my head. Then if there's an arrow, hopefully, or if there's a mile marker, then I know exactly where I am. A lot of times on the PCT, there aren't signs. They expect you to use map and compass skills to be able to find your way. But in this case, I'm feeling pretty fortunate. So, this is the start of day 3. I should be in town in about, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that. But until I get there, I'm going to sip on my coffee. I'm going to pack up my house and all my belongings, put it on my back, get started going into town, and hopefully meet up with the rest of my crew. And we'll make a decision on where, when we're going to leave, how far we're going to go, and how much we need to resupply. So until I talk to you a little bit later, I'm going to enjoy my cup of coffee. Talk to you soon.